Once again, don't have the settings dialed in, because why the fuck not? You would think, so like, my biggest pet peeve about doing this whole thing, my settings, never have it dialed in. I leave the mic how it is, but I never know like distance from me, right? Because if it's further away, obviously I'm quiet. If it's closer, I'm screaming into it. Could be screaming into it right now, not sure. And then the camera always gives me trouble. It takes me like 15 minutes to get going here because I have to set up the tripod, but I don't remember like what height I have it set at. And I always try to use this thing as a reference, this gold frame, because it's been there from the beginning. And then I try to line up the mic with the middle of the couch, and these pillows are new. Dude, nightmare, huh? But it's a Tuesday, right? It's a Tuesday night. We're having a good time. I don't have my specialty mug with my name on it to drink tea from, but I still have my tea because it's a tradition. So at least there's that, right? Tasty. It's not the mushroom tea though. I should have that, right? For anti-anxiety. I should have that. Calm my fucking ass down. Wow, coming out hot. Relax, dude. I made a pizza tonight. That was my lovely in-laws gifted me for my birthday a pizza stone, which, if anyone knows me, I love pizza. And as of recently, as of New Year's Eve actually, I made my first pizza. Okay, so you grow up making like the little, like, I don't know, whatever nasty, like, store brand bought pizza items, right? And you make the pizza. Usually comes out pretty subpar, but it's fun because it's like a cheap date night or like a family night, whatever it is. This time around, New Year's Eve, because Sarah and I didn't want to like do anything crazy, because obviously we chose to go to the store and buy each ingredient separately and make a pizza from scratch, dough included. So we did that, and we actually ran into a couple that was doing the same thing. And we have yet to hang out with them, but we all had a nice laugh about it in the grocery aisle. And we said, what are the chances that, you seem like a normal couple, we seem like a normal couple, we should hang out sometime and make pizzas together. So one day, I think we're going to hang out. Maybe we become best friends. And maybe that best friendship was born in the ingredient aisle for pizzas. Wow. Huh? Full circle. Now that's some positivity right there, huh? That's some 2021 good, heartfelt positivity. So the in-laws bought me a pizza stone. I've been obsessed with making these pizzas because usually I just spend $17 from Domino's and order Domino's pizza. It's not that great for me, but I do it anyways because it tastes good. You know what I'm saying? So I started just now, actually, before I came here, made myself a whole ass pizza. Except I screwed up because I didn't put flour down on the pizza stone before baking the whole thing. I let the dough rise. I drizzled it in some olive oil with some garlic salt and some basil. I don't cook for shit. And a majority of that was led by my wife telling me what to do. And that's fine. But I still like to pretend I did all the work. And it came out looking really nice until I found out you were supposed to put flour because, again, I'm an idiot. I'm like a Neanderthal caveman. I didn't think to put the flour down on the pizza stone. So I put the pizza in the oven. It baked real nice. Came out looking real good. And I smoked it. The top of it looked great, dude. The top of it looked great. The bottom of it was gooey. The crust was not crust, it was just gooey dough. I still ate it. But I had to scrape off the dough and put it back on the stone and put it back in the oven and wish myself luck. But, you win some, you lose some. I would say it was pretty good, though. I did enjoy it. I need to figure out, like, pepperoni, right? Because you got to go all out with the ingredients and the toppings here, right? You can't just get like whatever the fuck. Again, you go to that same aisle, you buy the family-sized fun time date night garbage from. You'll find the little bags of pepperoni. I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up getting and what I ended up using on my pizza. So the pizza I'm cooking is real nice, like restaurant grade. You know what I'm saying? So if it's that good, every ingredient needs to match. It's got to be equal. It's got to be level playing field all the way across. It's got to be the same luxurious toppings and ingredients. And this time I think I screwed up on the flour, and I screwed up by not having the best of the best pepperonis. We'll get them next time though, right? It's not that big of a deal. But it is to me, because I take every pizza seriously. And it'd be great, because guess what? That's leftovers for me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat cheap? You want to eat on the cheap? Well, there's your leftovers. That's some good tea, huh? You know what kind of tea this is? It's called Zen. It's called Zen by Tea Havana. It's got lemongrass and spearmint, I believe. Would recommend it. But usually I doctor it up with some honey or whatever other sort of natural flavorings, you know? You got to get it real nice and spicy. Spicy as in tasting good, not spicy as in actual spicy tea, because that'd be disgusting. Oh, dude, you know, I was thinking, I wonder how long I'm going to be able to go with a consistent podcast without a guest. I think that's going to be interesting for me. Because, like, when my wife comes around to it, like I said from the very beginning, she would do a fabulous podcast, right? Because I think her whole kind of angle would be about like life advice and guidance through hardships and staying grounded and spirituality and being mindful. All great things, and all great things I think all of us could learn about. But she is not as egotistical, is that how you'd say it, to like put herself in front of a camera and just talk and like listen to themselves talk. So I try to get her on, but she said I was like I was aggressive, which that doesn't sound like me. So it seemed unnatural, but I would love to give it another go, because I think it'd be a fun balance, because I would learn a lot by listening. I listen to my wife every day, right? Because I'm a good husband. But all I'm saying is, if I could sit in on the conversation and ask her the whys, the whats, and the hows, and learn about these things, I think I would be a pretty good, how do you say it? It'd be like, I would be like a lead for the council of caveman Neanderthals that don't really understand what we're doing here on Earth. So it would be nice, like I could push us all in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't know what sort of character I'm trying to like show here. I'm just talking, which I'm really good at, right? Unfortunately, for everyone's ears. That's probably why I only have like a listener. All good. I'm trying to think of you know what's crazy about this whole move, speaking of like mindfulness and whatnot, dude, I've had so many strange memories come back just from, like, I feel like I'm detoxing. Does that make sense? I feel like from moving, I don't know what it was about Seattle, dude, but I fucking hated it. It sucks to live in, at least. To visit again, great. Sure. Small increments of time. I could not live there full time. But since moving, I feel like I've been going through something. There's my neighbors again. playing the music. So interesting. Always at this time. I feel like I've been going through something where it's like I'm slowing down, kind of, right? Obviously, my mind is not, but I feel like my life is slower, and I'm having all these like childhood memories like begin to unlock. It's the weirdest thing. I can't describe it, but all of a sudden I'll be driving and something totally unrelated will spark this random memory I haven't thought of in years. Like I totally forgot. Like I don't know a specific example, but I think one of them was just like a family childhood memory that I had. And it's so weird. Like, I don't know, but I'm having even like my dreams and things like that, everything's becoming like so vivid and more clear, I guess. Like these memories that come out of nowhere, I'm able to like stop and pay attention to it and then like reflect on it and go and like respect it, right? And then it's just so bizarre how life works. I don't understand. I wish I had the answers. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had the answers of like what something like the like the transformation of my life from Seattle, Washington to now. Like what is that doing to my mind, to my body, to my like neural pathways? I'm so fascinated by that shit. I'll probably never know, and I don't know if any of us will know, but it's there has been for sure something about it. I can't stress that enough. I know I was preaching about like doing something different, you know what I'm saying? Dude, there is something about like uprooting your life and living somewhere else other than your hometown that you've come to know for your entire life. And I'm not talking like move one city over, move one zip code in a direction, whatever. It's not the same. It is not the same. It is something completely fucking different. And if you have the sack to want to do that, and you have like the drive to want to take a risk and explore like what living in another like a couple hundred thousands of miles away, it's so rewarding. It is so rewarding to like do these big things on your own and then look back at how far you've come. Like the person I was 5 months ago is almost unrecognizable. I've come such a long way in such a short amount of time. And the amount of growth that I did while staying in this same familiar, comfortable city that I've known my entire life, it was hardly anything. I was just existing, dude. I was listening to this. This podcast. It's called the Endless Honeymoon Podcast with Natasha and Moshe Kasher. I think that's how you say their names. If I got that right, Sarah would be really proud of me. But it's her podcast that she listens to. So she had it on in the background last night, actually. And they take like random caller. It's a husband and wife duo, and they're really funny, a lot funnier than I am. And I'm not even fucking funny. That was stupid of me to say. They take random callers and they'll call in and they'll like they'll just share information and like try to get advice, and then the couple will just like comedically give advice. And there's this woman who it was her. She was talking about her and her husband, and they have been together for like since high school. They have a child, and both her and him have worked at the same job for 15 years, uninterrupted. And apparently they love it, which is fine. Like that's great. If you can find that and you find that like happiness, that balance, dude, fucking great. Good for you. But she was looking to change things up, and she wanted to rent she wants to own a farm one day is what she was saying. She wants to rent an RV, and she wants to just travel with her husband and the kid. And though I think the whole excuse was like, what better time than now? It's kind of like what I was saying with COVID. Like your life has already been, turned upside down. What do you want to do? Walk out of COVID doing the same fucking shit you were doing before COVID? Probably not. So I think a lot of people are looking for answers or to do something different. And so this woman wants to own a farm and run a farm as a business, and how to learn how to do that. She wanted to take an RV and go explore and like, I guess not really like internship, but lend a hand on other like farms that they run into. It was very like obscure, but I can respect and appreciate where she was coming from. But she was nervous. She was nervous about the logistics. How do I know it's the right time to do something like this? What's the risk behind it all? How is it going to impact my child? How is it going to impact my marriage? All this stuff. She had so many questions. And the husband who was dishing the call was saying how he was explaining how a lot of people are born into this world living like a conveyor belt lifestyle. Does that make sense? You pretty much get born as a baby on this conveyor belt, and as this conveyor belt continues and pushes you through this thing called life, you do all the normal things that are expected of you, right? You grow up, you go to elementary school, great, middle school, great, junior high, great, high school, great, you graduate, you go to college, great, you leave college, you go get a job, great. You meet a woman, or maybe you've already met a woman, or the husband or whoever, and you get married. Great. You have a kid. Great. You get a promotion. Great. That kid grows up, does the same thing you just did. Great. Now the kid's gone. Great. And you're on the decline. Great. And you die. Oops. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not much. It's a very linear progression for a lot of people. A lot of people think that that's it. That's all you do. That's all you do. All you do is you're born, and you do what you're told, and you do what's expected of you, and you fucking die at the end of it. But you have these little benchmarks that you want to hit along the way. You know what I'm saying? And you do it in a very like logistical, well thought out manner because it's safe. Huh? You know? It's safe. So what he was saying is like shake that path up. Shake that lineage up. Like if you wanna get your family, go into an RV and go explore the farmlands of the United States of America, then do that. What do you have to lose? Right? You've played it safe for the past 15 years of your life, plus, probably. And it's cool if you're like happy, but how much happier and like fulfilled would you feel if you were to take that fucking risk? You know? You'll figure it out later, dude. And that's such like a hippie, like free-spirited way to look at it, but dude, it's so rewarding to just do something different. Like, never in a million years, when I first met my wife, never in a million years did I think, one, I was going to marry her. Two, we were going to get a dog together, adopt a senior chihuahua, God love his soul. And three, like, get married and pick up our lives and move across the country without hardly a plan. You know? Never in a million years did I think I was going to hop in a car packed full of my shit with my best friend and my dad, and because Sarah flew, of course, right? Must be nice. And drive our asses 2,000 miles across the United States to get to Nashville, Tennessee. That's such a strange Seattle to Nashville. Like, everything that makes up my life now, especially in the past like 8 months, has been just straight like doing something different, believing that I have actual potential, believing that I have actual, like, there's something else out there for me, and I still believe that every single day. I believe that there's something else out there for me, and for everyone. every single day. And it's just like, do you want to find that, or would you rather just die wondering what that thing was? Because everyone's got talent, potential, something to offer, some company to lead, or lifestyle to live that's just off the beaten path. You know, it's so easy for all of us to just go out and shop your resume around. Maybe you'll get a job and you hang out there for 7 years for experience. And then you take that experience, you go apply it elsewhere. And maybe, you know, when you're 35 years old, you get that dream job. But then what? Huh? What happens then? Really, is that going to make you happy? Is that really going to make you happy when you hit that benchmark? It's so, dude, humans are so weird, man. We are so fucking weird. I don't know, man. Life is crazy. You know? Anyways, I know usually I'm a lot funnier or just slapstick, but I'm like dead serious with that shit, and I'll preach that till I fucking die. Is do not play it safe. Like, the whole point of my podcast, Forget Perfection, dude, it's a whole point of not trying to achieve perfection and not overthinking your decisions and not overthinking your path in life and just letting these things happen. You know? Like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to do next month. And I know I've talked about that in the past, of like the 5-year plan of people asking you, oh, what's your, that's the biggest crock of shit. And I'll laugh in people's faces for as long as I live when somebody asks me, what is your 5-year plan? I could tell you all the things I want to achieve in 5 years, but I cannot tell you how I'm going to achieve them or when I'm going to achieve them. I can't tell you what specific order I'm going to achieve them in. And like, that disappoints a lot of hiring I don't know, companies. It's the weirdest thing. And like, to think that you need to have it figured out. Go fuck yourself, dude. Oh my God. So ridiculous, dude. There are so many scenarios. I've interviewed so many fucking times. And there are so many interview scenarios that piss me off just replaying in my head, because I had so many people asking me like, well, what if we, so your passion is video production, but you want to do sales? How does that make sense? I'm like, motherfucker, it doesn't. But I'm over here trying to play it safe just like you, and just like you did. Huh? You know? Like, I don't know. Dude, I lived a pretty disgusting lifestyle for probably like a year and a half, I think. Way longer than that. But at its peak, it was about a year and a half for me to like be in it, experience it, and then snap out of it. Because I was in it, dude. I'm talking full suit. My closet right there to my left is filled with suits. With suits I had to wear to work, shave my face every single day. If I had a little bit of stubble, I was in trouble. Like aggressive sales goals. Like, and everything happens for a reason. I don't regret any job I had. Obviously, I was there for a reason. I still apply what I learned from my sales roles to what I currently do, because I run my own business, or at least try to. And I have to outreach and negotiate and have these conversations that would normally be harder to have if it wasn't for those roles. So like, and of course I could learn more every single day, but you don't really learn. I don't learn unless I'm applying myself and fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I remember at one of the jobs I got in trouble. Because I wasn't paying attention when we sat down for like a 3-hour in-depth tour of our new sales management system. And I got in trouble because I wasn't paying attention to it. And I had to tell the guy, I'm like, listen, dude, this woman's been clicking around all these different menus. I don't know what I'm looking at. All I know are the basics. Excuse me for not sitting here and digesting this information like I'm Bill Gates. I don't learn that way, especially because I got ADHD. But of course, I'm sure that's not an excuse. So, I told him, like, I need to get on this thing and play around with it. I can't just sit here and watch her over a Zoom call give us a fucking live tutorial of, okay, well, these are where your contacts are held, and then your phone numbers will be right under that, and in order to put them in a 5-week cadence of 2 touches a week, and dude, I just can't do that shit, dude. I don't learn like that. I have to be able to go out, screw up, fuck around with a editing software or a sales call or a meeting. I have to like flunk my way through that in order to get better. And I would say a majority of us are like that, right? Unless you're robo computer science Bill Gates, then you're just absorbing information like you're some transformer. So that's interesting. Yeah, dude, that's really interesting to me. I don't know. Do not live a conveyor belt lifestyle. Huh? That's a good one. And I'm not the one to do this shit. Like, see, if my wife were to talk right now about that topic, dude, she'd probably smoke my ass out of the water and she'd probably inspire hundreds of people. She'd probably say some shit you actually want to hear. So, one day, I don't know if you know her, text her and tell her that she should be on the podcast and talk about conveyor belt lifestyles. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I have, if you got a TikTok, I started a whole TikTok for this podcast, and the username Forget Perfection was available. That's never happened to me before ever. So I snagged it. And I've just been uploading clips. So if you're into that sort of thing, check that out. And if you just want to watch the highlights or whatever, quick like 35, 45-second highlights of the podcast, and that's your cup of tea, go check that out as well. But yeah, it's just Forget Perfection on TikTok. And I'm trying to move the whole YouTube deal off of my main page and then over to its own. So I can keep the two separate. It seems muddy to me, but I kind of want to do it when I hit 10 podcasts. I don't want to do it too early, if that makes sense. Where I want my YouTube podcast, whoa, stroke alert. Uh-oh. That's not funny either, sorry. So I want my YouTube podcast to have its own section where it's just, I want 10 at least, and I'll build off from there. But because then like my daily videos, and I say daily real loose, like I have some fun stuff coming for sure. I just need to get it out, and not be afraid of putting myself out there. That's another thing, dude. You want to talk about that? Oh fuck, hold on. I gotta fucking, we'll get into it. Hold on. Ow, dude. I ate all that pizza and I'm full of shit, dude. For the past couple of days, I have not stopped eating. And that's an issue. I don't do that. I don't know what's going on with me. I talk about transforming. Am I transforming into a bottomless pit? Dude, I can't tell you how many nights in a row nacho fries from Taco Bell have sounded good. I've gotten them 3 times. Not in the recent week, but I would say past 2.5 weeks. Nacho fries from Taco Bell. Slaps, dude. It's some of the best food I've ever eaten, unfortunately. And it's cheap. Dude, you want to talk about cheap fast food? Dude, you want to get real disgusting? Burger King had I don't know if they still do, because I swore myself off of it because it's too goddamn dangerous. They had a $2 snack box, right? $2 snack box, and what comes in it is 4 chicken nuggets. You get a burger, you get fries, and you get a drink for $2. Dude, there's no, I promise you, you will not find a deal out there like that. And you had to download it. You had to order it off the app. That's what you had to do. You had to download their app. I have the Burger King app. And your issue, your point, what do you need? You need something? I have the Burger King app. Yeah. And I got the $2 snack box a couple of times. I was eating like a king for $6 collectively. Just saying. This is why America's fat. We got a real problem. So, yeah. That's what I do when I'm in a pinch. I just go get $2 snack box. But what I was going to say was I recorded a new video. I recorded a new video for my YouTube reviewing a new Bud Light seltzer pack. And the Bud Light seltzers are lemonade flavored. Are you kidding me? Dude, they were so good. I won't say much because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm going to put the video out. What's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll put it on Thursday. We'll put it out on Thursday. I'll put it on Thursday. So, yeah, it's good. They were all good. Like, because I did the ugly sweater flavors. Those were pretty nasty, I'm going to be honest. But then I was and I ranked them 1 through 10. I ranked them for the ugly sweaters, and I was like, oh, these are pretty gross. And then I was walking through the store, and it was like Bud Light seltzers, and it looked like a new box, and I'm like, well, that's intriguing. Lemonade. So I got them, and anytime I see them, I will be buying them because they're good. Really good. Like, disgustingly good. Like, to the point where they taste like candy. They're sitting in my fridge right now. I would go drink one, but I am almost afraid to drink them right now because I'm afraid that if I drink the last one, there will be no more lemonade Bud Light seltzers in the store. So I'm like holding on to it like it's gold. But I promise you, the next time I'm at the store and I find Bud Light seltzer lemonades, gonna get them because they're that good. So there's that. If you see them, get them. Or watch my review. I don't know. Either way, I don't care. Just have some fun. But, yeah, dude, anytime they do that, I don't know how Bud Light seltzers keep coming up with new flavors or new, like packs of flavors. I don't know how they do that, but every time they do that, I'm buying them. And I'm going to taste test them, and I'm going to review them. Professionally, of course, because that's what I do. I'm a professional, baby. Yeah, I think I have a real issue. I have a real issue putting out content and in judging myself on the content I'm putting out. Does that make sense? I have a real issue putting things out and being confident in them and like what I should do, because what I preach is just fucking do it, right? Forget perfection. But all I do is obsess over how is this professional enough if somebody wanted to hire me out for a video gig? Is this creative enough to like inspire me to do more? Is this funny enough? Is this, you know what I'm saying? I think about that shit all the time. And I would say 2 podcasts ago, I was like, oh, I'm going to put out a video every day. You know what stopped me? I'm sitting on content from December. I've recorded these videos. They're sitting on my hard drive right now. They're sitting on my hard drive. I have like 5 videos I'm sitting on. And I haven't posted one because I'm like terrified. I'm posting one tonight. Like that's my goal with myself. And you know why I'm doing it, dude? It's actually gross. Why I'm putting it out tonight is so it's late. What time is it? It's going to be like 9 o'clock here in Nashville. So 7 o'clock in Seattle. So by the time anyone gets around to watching it, it's already going to be pretty late. So my idea is like slide one under the table and that's going to be like my least favorite video and I won't promote anything about it. And then along with the podcast, I'm going to post another video later that night and then we'll get on the fun Bud Light stuff. But I'm trying to like bring the videos to present. present time, because I'm sitting on so much backlog content. So I'm trying to just like power through it, because I would like to be creating like as the days go, like every single day. What is new? Do I find a new Bud Light seltzer thing? Do I go on a meeting or whatever with a really cool company I can tour their place and bring my camera with, or not? I don't. Who knows, dude? Maybe I do something with the sports down here with the Tennessee Titans or the Nashville Predators. I don't know. Who knows, man? And that's what I'm talking about, like the 5-year plan deal. I don't fucking know, but I think the most exciting thing is trying to document it all, and that's what I want to do. And it's a fine line of balancing. Like, I'm having to do this shit pretty much all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'm having to like carry my camera with me and be on my toes in case I'm doing something that I should be recording, but I just don't think that way. And I'm really trying to train my brain to think like that, because I want to look back on this stuff. And I feel like I won't look back on this stuff unless I force myself to create every single day. And that's like the toughest thing I have. That's like my toughest problem, I think, is focusing on like staying present, documenting, having fun with it, and then posting that piece of content. Because otherwise I'm just going to sit on it like I've been sitting on these past 5 videos. And there was an artist, I think his name was Medicine. I think that's who said it, was Medicine. He's a producer. And what he was saying was there's that guy, and then there's also an artist, like a graphic artist. And what both of them preach, so the graphic artist has made, I think now 4,000, or maybe it's 5,000. I think he's made 5,000 graphic designs, like detailed graphic designs, in a row. 5,000 every single day he creates. Every single day for 5,000 fucking days, dude. Maybe he's done like two in a day or something like that. I'm not sure, but he hasn't taken a day off from creating. And his idea, he was like, when I create, when I get in that zone and I create, a majority of the time I'm thinking, this is dog shit. No one's going to like it. This looks so ugly. None of it makes sense. And he's judging his work, and then he puts it out and he's like, it's incredible because people end up loving it. And I just have, like, I'm over here like my biggest critic, looking at every detail that could have been better, or that's a little detail I overlooked, or whatever it is, and he still puts it out. And to me, that's inspiring, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I want everyone to do, is just push themselves, whether it's you write poetry, or you want to create a skit, or you want to write a script, or you want to write short stories, or you want to, I don't know, sell a product, whatever it is, everyone's got something, right? Everyone's got something. Could be working out. Who knows, dude? Do it every single day. Do one thing of that every single day. Post about it. Have fun. Record it. Document it. Do anything like that. Build like a burner account, dude. I'm always preaching that to my wife, because she writes like really intelligent things, and really like they're really like heartfelt and special. And it's for that same reason I'm sure she psychs herself out about posting it. And I'm like, what you should do is, if you don't want people from your high school or your family to see this stuff, create like a burner account, and create a burner Instagram account or TikTok or Twitter or whatever it is, or a website, and just run it under a different alias. Post that stuff and just forget about it and have fun with it. Have fun. Like, imagine that freedom. Imagine the freedom of having a brand new account and you don't tell anyone about it. And you just post and you just do your thing. And that's your version of expressing your creativity. Imagine how many people would actually like flock to that authenticity, to that authentic version of yourself. Imagine how many people would flock to that. It's incredible. It's incredible how in our own ways we all are. It is crazy to me. And I myself included, dude. This is the most consistent thing I've done, is a podcast every Tuesday night, and it goes out every Wednesday. But now I'm almost like trained to that point where it's like, and it's good. It's good because when I first did this, I didn't know how to do it. Now I got a routine. I have my tea, I got my pop filter. I just kind of come on here, shoot the shit. I write some podcasts, topics down for the week, and I talk about stuff. That's pretty easy for me to do. It's not I love like creating, but this is just like kind of a sub outlet, I guess. And I'm exploring, and I don't give a shit. I don't care how many people. Like, go look at my numbers, dude. Go look at my numbers. I think I got like 5 people looking at my podcast. I don't give a shit. I do this like for me. I do this because I want to. So I don't know, if you got something, dude, do it. And the medicine guy, what I was gonna say, medicine was preaching about how he makes a beat every single day. He produces a new beat every single day, and he does that in order to, again, keep that consistency. Every now and then, he's going to come out with a really great song, and maybe he doesn't post every single beat that he makes, but it's living somewhere, right? It's living. He creates it, puts it into the world, and it's on his computer. If he ever wants to do anything with it, or maybe it inspires his next big song or whatever the case may be, he still does it. And he was saying the same thing, how he'll make a song and he's like, this is fucking dog shit. This is the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. No one's going to want to listen to this. But maybe the right person hears it if he's like goofing around or something to show someone. And then they are like, you got to post this. You got to do something. It's a very interesting concept. I don't know. Yeah. Just do it. You'll be so happy that you'll do it, you know. And like I said, man, coronavirus. We got we got to be like 6 months out from turning the corner. I would say that's probably the best way to say it. I'm not gonna say that we're done in 6 months, but I would say we're probably gonna turn a corner in like 4 to 6 months where things start to look up. But like I said, every time that happens, to me, I can't wait, because that means I'm going to go attack the music scene out here like no one's business. And I'm already like linked up with a few artists or whatever, but what that means is they get to go perform and I get to document and have fun and create content for them and for myself. It's a win-win for me. So I can't wait for that. Other people, like I said, in my last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, I'm not sure, but I was talking about how terrifying it probably is that when COVID ends, that means you're back in the office, you're back on that freeway every single morning, waking up at 5 a.m. so you can get there at 6:30. That shit's gotta suck, you know? So, yeah. Take advantage of this off time, you know? Watch how much time you're wasting on a daily basis. Dude, I got pissed off about Discovery Plus. Another streaming service just came out, Paramount Plus. Dude, what was the last Paramount movie you saw? Literally, I think the last one I saw was Shrek. Was that Paramount? What, Austin Powers? What was the last Paramount movie that came out? Paramount movies. Dude, they haven't done a movie, or at least a good movie, in a really long time. What? How to Train Your Dragon? Was that Paramount? Come on. Cloverfield Paradox. Okay, that went straight to Netflix and also sucked. Oh, dude, okay. Mission Impossible. I'm not gonna dog my boys that make Mission Impossible. That's good. Okay, great. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, Paramount. And Paranormal Activity, The Italian Job. Okay, listen. Okay, but dude, my point, Paramount Plus comes out, and what? They're going to do only Mission Impossible movies on here. It's not great. I don't give a fuck. Right? No one's going to buy that, dude. Knock it off with the fucking Plus services. Enough with the streaming services, dude. It makes me sick. Every goddamn week, there's a new streaming service. Enough, right? Dude, these people should just combine power. What's wrong with you? Why are you divvying it up? And like I said, at some point, you're going to end up paying the same price as cable, so you're going to ruin it for everybody. If you're late to the game, dude, figure out a new way to distribute. Yeah. Distribute. Distribute? Dude, that cadence is so weird to me. Like, my brain starts, like, overanalyzing. Yeah, okay, got it. Like, I know what the word is, so we're all clear. I know what distribute means, but my brain is wanting to go distributing. Distribute. Dude, shut the fuck up. Goodness. It's the caffeine in the tea, huh? That's what's getting to me. Yeah. Streaming services, dude, gotta go. We gotta cut that off. And then collectively, you know what'd be great? If we all just stop paying for it. But I can't. You know why? Because Stranger Things is gonna come out. And then Ozark's gonna come out. Ozark's a great show. Dude, you know what sucks about Netflix though? Dude, if you've ever seen I Am Not Okay With This or End of the Fucking World, those are two great coming of age, wholesome, heartfelt stories that have to do with like adult I don't know, like struggling type things. Those are great shows I was just thinking about, and they both one got canceled, the other one did not get renewed for a third season, so they nicely tied it off in a second season, I think, knowing that their time was up. But both shows are great, and Netflix knows how to just fuck them over. You know? What do you mean, dude? What do you mean you're gonna spend this money on what, your next dating show? Like, what's the new Love is Blind or whatever the shit it's called? I don't know, dude. Who cares? Dude, they did a whole show on those women. I think they're from Nashville or something. Those women that organize with Tupperware, with the bins. You grow up. Who's watching that? Who are you? See, that's what I was saying about on my last podcast. I was literally saying I do not want to be the target audience for any of these shows. I do not want to be like the housewife target audience for how to organize your closet with plastic bins. Oh, dude. Or hey, Johnny's blind, living on an island, and there's some hot babes visiting. Will he find love? Dude, now that's a show. Would you watch that? Blind guy on island finds love? Maybe. Tune in, find out. There are so many shit shows that I could pitch right now. Let's come up with another one. Give me a second. I was about to make fun of the Steve Carell show, the moon one with the astronauts. It's like Space Force, like Discount Space Force, or whatever they're like making fun of, like the new army branch or government military branch, whatever it is. I was gonna pitch that as a joke show. Turns out it already exists. Give me another one. Let's see. I'm trying to come up with the worst thing I could come up with. Oh, dude, another one that they already have for sure is like toddlers cooking. That's for sure. Like using an easy bake oven, and then they pull it out, and then their parents are clapping for them in the background in the stands, and then the judges walk around and they rate the kids' easy bake oven cooking. And when the kids get a bad score, they start crying, and then their parents in the stands get all pissed off like it's a reality show. And they're, hey, show my kid some respect. That's what I'm talking about. That sort of shit exists everywhere, dude. Everywhere. I saw the other day that they're coming out with like a teen mom movie or something, like a whole movie dedicated to teen mom, or maybe it's a season. I'm not sure. Either way, I don't care. Get the ads off my Netflix, huh? I don't care what just came out. Dude, it's like locked. Dude, All right, we're going to go into like a quick breakdown of one of the worst movies I've seen in recent fucking history. This is right next to Midnight Sky. That's how bad it is. Dude, I think it's called Locked Down. I think is what it's called, Lockdown, with Anne Hathaway and I don't know the black actor's name, but he's British and he's really good. He's a great actor. So Anne Hathaway, black guy, British guy, they are locked down, but they're in a struggling relationship, right? I think we can all relate to that. It starts off really well. I'm about to spoil the fucking thing. So what are we at? I think we're coming up on the end of our movie here. Our podcast. So if you plan on watching this movie, it's on HBO. Turn the podcast off now. Revisit this section later. I saved you 50 minutes, okay? Here we go. Movie starts like this. Anne Hathaway, black guy. They don't like each other. They used to be in love for about a decade, right? Then all of a sudden, COVID hits. Both are spiraling in depression. One hates her job, one lacks purpose, and he's struggling with the mistakes of his past. Okay? Got it? Got the picture? Great. Sounds relatable because that's where we all were at the beginning of COVID. And it makes so much sense to center it around relationships because relationships were absolutely devastated by COVID. Marriages included. Marriages, long-term relationships, long-distance relationships, you name it, dude. People were falling left and right because this shit didn't make any sense. And all of a sudden you're pissed about COVID. You're depressed because you're having to like take a look at yourself and you can't numb yourself by going out to bars on the weekends, and you don't have your dumbass job to go to every single day to like avoid dealing with each other's bullshit on a daily basis. Fuck, that's what Sarah and I did at the beginning of COVID. We were at each other's necks nonstop, dude. It was crazy. We still loved each other, absolutely, right? And we got married and moved during a pandemic. So, thanks, COVID. Turned out well for us. Unfortunately, for other couples, not so much. Now, in this movie, that's what happens, and that's the direction that this movie is headed in, is the struggle of this long-term relationship gone sour. And so they could have just done the whole arc where this hardworking CEO comes to a screeching halt in her busting, mind-blowing 9-to-5 job that she thought she really wanted and adored all these years, but turns out she's just a soulless bitch and has been treating her boyfriend like shit and whatever. And the same with the boyfriend. The boyfriend could have found passion, right? He was like he rode bikes and was like a part of a biker gang or crew or something in the back in the however many years ago. And he could have like found his like a reborn passion for like I don't know, driving the countryside and like get fresh air. Who knows, dude? That's the direction it could have taken. The direction it chose to take was they have their troubles, and all of a sudden turns out she's in charge of a moving jewelry or a diamond or something. And the guy, dude, I fell asleep during this transition part because it was so fucking bad. Now, so she's in charge of moving a diamond with security. Turns out, plot twist, the boyfriend is said security that's moving the diamond. So the whole play on the last half of the movie was how they were going to stick it to corporate America by stealing the diamond. Fuck off, dude. Are you kidding me? That's the direction you chose to take? This is the most unrelatable shit I've ever fucking heard. That's like saying my COVID experience is going to end in an Ocean's 11 type heist. Eat shit. That is not that is the furthest thing from relatable to any audience I've ever fucking seen. There's no wonder it went straight to HBO. Thanks, Warner Brothers, for your brand new deal and tainting my eyeballs with one of the worst movies I've seen in recent history, second to Midnight Sky. Midnight Sky is still the worst movie I've actually seen. This is second. Only because of the ending. Beginning, great. Last quarter of it, they're doing a diamond heist. You know why? Because she woke up. She had a woke moment where she was like, I know I'm corporate America. hey, Jeff, let's stick it to my company, huh? Let's steal this fucking diamond. Let's show him who's boss. And then the guy stops them at the end because he catches on to like the fake name that the boyfriend was using to get through security. One of the coworkers, which by the way, Anne Hathaway ends up firing. One of the coworkers ends up taking his job so serious that he comes back to check on the diamond exchange and whether or not it got out of security properly and goes, hey, that's not the security guy that's supposed to be handling the diamond. And she goes, listen, I'm sorry I fired you earlier in the movie, but listen, you're not going to tell anyone because we're sticking it to the company. Don't you want to stand for something? Don't you want to stick it to the company that let you go, even though I was the one that fired you and was a complete bitch to you? Don't you want to stick it to them? Come on, dude. And the guy, you know what he does? There's like a moment of suspense where maybe he's going to call the cops, which he already called the cops. The cops were on the way, so he was just going to hold him there until the cops come. This dude goes, "You're right. Yeah, if you're going to take this, hey, if you're going to take that diamond and show this company what's up, I'm on board. Let's do this thing." Except he doesn't get a slice of the pie. You know what the fuck he does? Gets to go home to his family. These two get to steal a multi-million-dollar diamond and run away together like they're Bonnie and Clyde. And this dude that just let him off the hook and is now, what do you call that? He is committing a crime because he's associated. Guilty by association, is that what that is? I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the legal term is. But he's guilty as shit. He just let two criminals go. And when they go check security cameras in the main lobby, they're probably going to see that. Unless he handles security, which I think he did, and he probably turned off the cameras or something and deleted the footage. Come on. Are you kidding me, dude? Worst movie I've ever seen. Don't bother. Do not bother. Don't bother. Lockdown, I think is what it's called, on HBO Max. Fuck off, man. Wow. Well, that about does it for me, man. That was good. I feel good about that one. It was a solid podcast. We talked about conveyor belt lifestyles all the way to stealing diamonds. Huh? Stealing diamonds on a conveyor belt. We'll come up with some fun title for it. There's something there. There's something there. That's good. That's good. I like that. I had fun. All right, cool. Like I said, if you're interested and you have a TikTok and you want to just see the clips, go check out the TikTok. It's just Forget Perfection. That's it. I don't have a separate Instagram because Instagram sucks. Don't have a separate Twitter because I just only use my Twitter. I'll soon have a separate YouTube for just these. But if you're listening to this and you want to watch the videos, they're on YouTube. If you're watching this and you'd rather listen, it's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You choose. One or the other, it doesn't matter. You choose your favorite and you listen and you have a great time doing it. Hopefully. Cool. I appreciate anyone that's made it this far. Everyone have a great and safe and healthy rest of your week. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.